Welcome to Shut Your Mouth Lounge.
Hey, yo.
Oh,
It's us.
178. Oh, God. Oh. Pink's fucking dead. They killed
Pyramid
him.
got him.
They killed him. Those sons of bitches. Those motherfuckers.
And he shot him because Pink was too pretty.
Ugh. Oh, man. I'm Alex.
Okay.
That's it. And Addie? Are you Addie?
Maybe.
Damn.
It's hard to know sometimes.
They killed Addie, too. Now it's just me.
I'm just the voice in your head.
Oh, man. So, it's Shut Your Mouth Lounge, and it's only just the two of us. We're going to be recording a podcast for a small amount of time, and then afterwards taking a break. Afterwards, at 3 EST, we are going to be doing something. We're evidently not sure what.
And this is all very important information to log on the internet.
Yeah, fuck it. Nobody watches these podcasts anyways.
I mean, true. But I
by
like
the
to
way,
pretend.
You said that you can only play Dead by Daylight if you have PS Plus, right?
Yes.
So Pink should probably disabuse himself of that idea that we're playing Dead by Daylight. I did say Left 4 Dead the other day, didn't I?
Yeah.
Okay, so Pink's gone crazy then. Okay, so it's not me. Alright. So, Eddie, you gonna need to come out of this week?
I don't remember. Give me a sec.
Okay, while you do that, I will say I don't have anything set up to come out this week, but I will probably do something at some point with some game. However, the Total War Warhammer 3 information, just a shitload of it, kind of a shitload of it came out this past week, and one of the YouTubers who got to see some of that content said that we will be seeing more content over the rest of the month, so if there is any big Total Warhammer content this coming week, then I will make a video about it. And you were laughing at something. What were you laughing at, you fool?
Yeah, I open up the freaking YouTube analytics thing, the studio, and my main channel, the dead one, is still the one I use to browse YouTube. So I pull it up and it's like here's the videos people have watched from you this week, and it's Undertale.
Of course.
Yeah. I mean, for some reason, apparently both of my channels got watched by people somehow. Like, I don't know why you would watch the last episode of the Ghost of Tsushima series, and only that's one. But yeah, the two people did just that. Good for them.
Maybe they just wanted to see your reaction to the ending.
Which I cut out, because I've already seen it, and I freaking edited that series so it would not spoil the story.
Oh, that is a very strange way of doing things.
Yeah, I cut out spoilers. Like, the only spoilers in that series is whatever happens in the first hour, and then that the Khan dies at one point, and that's all of your spoilers in the whole series. Because I figured I'd just gather the freaking the footage for the review, which I was going to make like 3 months ago, and that never came to fruition. I mean, I still have the footage, so I can use it. I just need to actually write the review again for the fourth time. That's the thing that's keeping me.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, no, nothing's coming out on my channel. I don't think, unless I'll start releasing the archived streams of the things that are coming out on this channel. But at the same time, the series that is coming out on this channel is just a stream. So hey, maybe not.
Okay, and on the FOS channel this coming week, we've got lots of things. It looks like, oh no, well, okay, no, never mind. It's not too many things. All right, on Monday, May 17th, Strider Part 1. That's Addie and Pink. And then on the May 21st, Friday, Ratchet and Clank Part 1 with Addy and Pink. And then on Saturday, Smite Part 7.5 with the three of us, but it fucks up. So it's a little video of us being like, hey, we'd like to play Smite. And then Smite saying, no, you don't. I think
Again?
not motherfuckers. Oh, hey, Pink.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
here.
You got anything coming out on your channel?
Do I? Yeah, I've got more of the Aztec Civilization 6 playthrough coming out.
All right. And also, we should probably go ahead and tell you, Pink. Addy can't play Dead by Daylight unless he has PS Plus. So,
Oh yeah, that's right.
yeah, let's hope Mike is available for Left 4 Dead.
All right.
And with that all said, that is what we've got coming out on our various channels this coming week. Pink, what you been up to?
What have I been up to? Oh, let's see.
No good.
No good. That's usual for me. I watched the first part of the Brian Pillman Dark Side of the Ring episode. I don't have a lot to say on it because it's a lot of stuff I already knew about Brian Pillman. I was a big fan of his, so I obviously knew a lot going into that. And it's presented in a nice way. I think it'd be a fun watch for anyone who isn't aware of all the going-ons with all of that. But for me, it was nothing new to me. I kind of know the story. I thought it didn't really shed a lot of light on anything that I didn't already know. So, it was watchable. It's narrated by Chris Jericho now. I believe this is his first time doing the narration. I don't remember if he was there for season 1 or not.
I think
But I like
he
Chris.
narrated
Chris
some
is
of them.
always good.
I think
Yeah.
he did narrate some of them, yeah. And I assume they still cut away to Jim Cornette going fucking fuck at.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's like my favorite. I'm always a
Yeah, I was
fan
about to
whenever they
say.
cut to Jim Cornette.
I was about to say the moment I mentioned Jim Cornette, like Pink's voice just dropped into absolute disdain.
You know, New
Jim
Jack
Cornette's
died this weekend, and I think I feel more pity for him than I do Cornette.
I mean, honestly, a big part of why New Jack was the way he was is Jim Cornette teaching him to be that way. So I find Jim Cornette infinitely entertaining and absolutely concede that he is a shitty person.
Yep. Oh, but outside of Dark Side of the Ring, do I have anything else to shed light on that? Not really. It was only the first part, so they kind of did a quick glossary from start to finish. So it didn't get too in depth. It was a lot more in depth on his personal life, which, that's kind of a lot of the draw to Pillman anyway. Because it was is he crazy in real life? Is he living the gimmick? We don't understand what's going on with this nut. Send him to the insane asylum. So, yeah, it had a lot of information more regarding his personal life than anything he accomplished in the ring. It kind of glossed over his injuries that I felt should have received a bit more attention because the injuries were a very big part of his I don't know, entire gimmick, I suppose. Because the entire reason why he became the loose cannon in the first place is because once he shattered his ankle, I believe, that first time, he couldn't really be flying Brian anymore because that severely inhibited his in-ring athletics,
Yeah.
He definitely had to cut down on like any type of aerial maneuvers he did. I don't know if he ever threw a drop kick at all after that, to be quite honest.
Fuck, that's bad even for like someone who's injured.
Yep. Yep. So, yeah, I was surprised that they would gloss over that so quick because, Yeah, like I just said a couple seconds ago, that was a big part of why he had to change his gimmick, why he had to become a crazy person. And they didn't really touch up on any of his WWF stuff, which is, I suppose, understandable because it wasn't a long run and he died shortly thereafter. So there wasn't a lot to talk about there, but it was kind of interesting that it was more talking about, oh, early days of WCW and a lot of well, not a lot of ECW because he didn't spend a lot of time there, but those two companies got more of the focus than the
Well, I mean, part of the thing is like WCW and ECW had way more stink coming off of them. Honestly, you know. Like, by the way, Pink, your Discord just stopped working, so we can't hear you. But I like for all the problems that WWE and has had and continues to have, like they're still way ahead of everyone else in the business in terms
they
of
left.
just. Oh no, the problem is evidently on my side for the internet. Okay, because
No,
Oh
no,
man, my internet.
no, it's pink.
oh okay. You didn't say anything, so I started assuming. Oh well, Addy would have commented at some point. So yeah, what I was saying was like there is a lot of stink with WWE, you know, and a lot of it admittedly comes directly from Vince. But like with WCW and ECW, like Vince has never been the absolute fucking hack that Paul Heyman was, right?
Right.
And WCW had a string of nut jobs at the top. Like, you never really blame Ted Turner for WCW because he was barely fucking there. Whenever you have problems with WCW, you blame Ric Flair, you blame Dusty, you blame Jim Herd, right?
Yeah, Eric Bischoff.
Eric Bischoff, he's a big one. You blame Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash blames Kevin Nash.
Nash screwed Nash.
Yeah. That's weird to me
Kevin
that Kevin Nash...
Sullivan was a booker, and he really screwed himself.
Oh no, he didn't screw himself. He screwed Chris Benoit and his wife. In both senses of the word.
Yep.
Man, imagine booking your wife into having an affair and then she actually has an affair.
Wait, not like this.
Yeah.
I mean, back in those days, you had to do the gimmick even when the cameras weren't rolling. So
Yeah, that's actually Addy, do you not
that's
actually know...
why. That's why.
Addy, do you not know how Chris Benoit got with a woman?
all I know about Chris Benoit is that I freaking appropriated his team because he doesn't deserve it anymore.
Well done, you.
Chris Benoit's wife, who he rather famously murdered, was initially married to Kevin Sullivan. But when Chris Benoit was wrestling in WCW, Kevin Sullivan came up with the idea, let's work an angle where my wife cheats on me with Chris Benoit. And in order to make it real, like, more genuine, honey, I want you to go and start living in the hotel rooms with Chris instead of me. And behold, yeah. Like, no shit, dumbass.
Yeah. It's, put two wrestlers of opposite genders on the road together for months at a time.
Wrestlers are horny motherfuckers, okay?
Uh-huh.
Somebody has to say it. And I'm going to be honest, Kevin Sullivan is one of the ugliest sons of bitches I've seen in my life.
Oh, absolutely.
That guy, he's like a white Ron Jeremy, but I assume he doesn't have a massive penis. And I feel like calling someone anything Ron Jeremy is like the ultimate insult in terms of appearance. Because that guy is the ugliest fucking thing in the world. The ugliest penis with a human attached in the world. Is he almost kind of like... I don't know. Anyways, I was trying to look for a joke there and no joke was found.
That's the 405 error.
Yeah, error, missing joke. Alright. Anything else, Pink?
Anything else? I I don't know. I don't believe so. I did a lot of Civ by myself. I watched Addy play Ratchet and Clank. That was fun. Um,
Pink. Turns out
what
we're
the?
like, turns out we're 4 levels away from finishing Ratchet and Clank.
Oh man,
Four,
that's not
four, four
that's not
levers.
bad.
That's-
So then,
Just don't pull the wrong lever.
yeah. I s- okay, at least get it right. I said revers, not levers.
Revers.
Oh man, could you imagine if there was like a lever in Ratchet and Clank that if you pulled it the wrong one, it just deletes your game?
Start over, idiot.
But yeah, so like next session is probably the last one.
All right, I like it.
That's what I call getting shit done.
Yeah.
We
I mean,
don't
hey,
mess around.
like, here's the thing. So I actually had to go ahead and add a third time slot for videos, which will be Tuesday starting next month. Because if if I would have scheduled it so it's only Monday and Friday, like I have been for the past year, then let's see. The next video of us playing Smite would have come out at the end of July.
Ha!
And then, or if you want to go with having just one series, assuming we don't start up another, which we will, but
Yeah.
if we were to start up another series, then the next
We're
next
probably
time,
about to start up another series right after, I mean, a few hours after this podcast.
Yeah.
So if we go with that logic, that we would have had both of the slots filled, just to varying degrees, then then after the end of July, the next spot that there would have been free space for a video would be the second week of October.
Yeah.
Ha!
So yeah, we put in a bit of work, just a
Yeah,
bit.
Just
just
little
a bit.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking before the podcast that I should come on and say to Addy that we should start Fighting Games R back up.
I mean, we could.
Because, like,
I
we
still
are
have the rest
making-
recording of Fighting Games are.
the reason we stopped doing Fighting Games R was because, like, my life was getting so busy with schoolwork, and we also thought that I was going to be moving at some point in the future. And boy, we
Yeah.
are making zero fucking progress towards that.
Oof.
Ah yes, welcome to my life in the past 10 years.
Yeah. And
My family has been trying to move for the past 10 years, and it just doesn't work because freaking debtors keep coming up.
I like how you guys are saying this as my family has just now begun to start thinking about moving.
and you're actually making progress, though, motherfucker.
Well, this is true. This is very true. You're correct.
This is when both of us, W, get our shit together and move to Oklahoma with Pink.
Yeah. There's plenty of room out there.
We just start
There
living
kind of
in.
is. It's just you can tell there's not much out there because that's where the government moved the Native Americans to.
Do you think we can find a tribe to accept us?
Maybe.
Oh, I can tell them that potential. I can tell them that I was raised with my grandparents saying that I was part Native American. I'm not going to double down and fucking Elizabeth Warren myself, but there's still a potential. I could be like an eighth, I think. Admittedly, it'd be like an eighth, maybe eighth Lumbee, and they didn't get moved, so I don't know if that'd count. But man, if I were a Lumbee, that'd be awesome because I'd be from the same tribe as Tatanka. That'd be fucking amazing.
Oh man.
You know, I was going to like make a joke, but I decided that it was too racist.
Now you insulting my possible people.
Yes.
We
Because
can't
I was
allow
going
that.
to.
You can be as racist against the white people that are 85% of me as you want, but that remaining like eighth, no, off limits. That I may not even be.
I mean, really, what matters is whether or not you believe enough that you're 1/8.
You just have to believe hard enough, and you can be anything you want.
Any day now, I am actually going to turn into an anthropomorphic wolf. Y'all just see. I'll turn on the webcam and it's a fucking dog staring back.
I'll be honest, people probably give me a bit weirder looks if I made a Native American suit.
I mean, it depends. Where do you get the skin?
I am amazed we have gone this far without anyone cracking a fucking Rachel Dolezal joke.
I don't even know who that is.
I actually don't either. Who's that?
That woman about 5 years who announced that she identified as black and went and got her skin pigment changed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was a story right there. Oh boy.
Weird times those were.
They still are, honestly.
They still are.
I always remember there's an achievement in Red Dead Redemption 1 for beating all the stranger missions that's just simply labeled in all caps, "People are still strange." Oh man. Red Dead 2 didn't have nearly as good achievement titles.
You know, I actually was going to sample that song. I don't remember what I was going to sample it for. I mean, I know what it was I was going to sample it for, but I don't know why.
Yeah.
That would cost a lot of money.
A little bit.
I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
Music.
Okay. I don't understand music, so keep going, I guess.
Where were we? Pink.
We were talking about me and what I had done this week, but I think I had hit my end, so I think we're good to move on.
Pink!
Right.
No, not Pink, god damn it!
Yes, the other Pink.
It's my turn again. Surprise! Yeah. You never saw it coming.
Yeah, Pink.
Pink
Talk
stole
about
Addie's week.
Pink, talk about what you've done what you've done this week, next week. Go use your clairvoyance to know what you will do this week.
Yes, what will I do this week? Oh, I will definitely be playing more Civ. Maybe a little bit of Smite. Oh wait, I actually did play a lot of Smite this week. I started maining Thor. You know, for a long time I didn't understand Thor. Now I just play him as a tank and it works. So I won't question it.
He used to be a warrior.
This is true.
I preferred him. I preferred his old kit. like most reworks, I preferred the old kit. Hey, there's some changes they made that's good, and I mean like the changes they made to Thor aren't necessarily bad. I just don't like him, and I didn't particularly like Thor before either. So like I didn't lose anything.
I mean, to be fair, like all the reworks have touched guys that aren't really your guys.
Odin.
Was Odin really?
Like, actually, both Odin and Bastet. I actually there was a time I mained Bastet.
Yeah, but like them changing Bastet now is like if they changed Ymir for me, you know? Like I used to main Ymir in 2015. Like it's been so long since I remember you playing Bastet consistently. Like man, you were maining Bastet around the same time you were maining Anubis, weren't you?
No.
That's the real fucking ancient stuff when you were playing Anubis.
Yeah. No, I was definitely playing Uller at the time. Mostly Uller. But I also played a lot of Bastet because for whatever reason, one of the freaking the free skin roll chests or whatever, I got one of those. And I got Kawaii Pop Bastet, and I was like, I hate Bastet, but you know what? This skin is annoying. So I now main Bastet.
Yep, I remember that.
yeah. The entire point was just to bug people. Yeah. And I never really got it because I always liked Bastet.
But yeah, so that and then I stopped playing Bastet consistently as much because I just picked up class that I actually liked better.
Ha!
And now she works differently, and now she's gonna work even more differently.
Is she getting reworked again?
Yes, after Persephone.
Why? After what? Why are they reworking? Well, I guess I don't mind that.
Persephone is getting reworked. Persephone is getting reworked because there were too many complaints that she's annoying to fight. Legitimately the reason.
What? I don't see why. Yeah. I don't get it. I don't get it. Why is she annoying?
Well, the ult. I don't remember what else, but basically they're reworking her to like they won't have a completely new kit, but they're reworking some of the like finer mechanics of her plants, and then also the ult, and also her like then she also can't attack as good when she comes back from the dead, or something like that.
Huh, okay.
Because apparently it was causing issues in Conquest.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. The other game mode problems.
Yeah, yeah, main game mode problems that we wouldn't know.
Yeah.
If anyone's gonna stand around here and say Arena isn't the main game mode, I'm going to point at them and laugh because there's a reason that one has a quicker queue time than everything else.
Yeah,
I
I was
mean,
about to say.
Conquest is the main game mode in that that's what
Conquest is the main competitive game mode,
yes,
but
that's what I was
everyone plays Smite for Arena.
Like, yeah, literally. I think soon has even told me that like when High Res publishes their stats, Arena is by far the most popular game mode.
yeah, because that's what the casuals play.
It's instant
And then-
action.
Yeah.
Like Conquest, there's so much setup.
Yeah.
I feel
Conquest
like
is like a 30-40 minute grind. Nobody wants to deal with that.
And I feel like the MOBA structure is like the traditional MOBA structure feels a little bit weirder with Smite, you know?
I don't
like-
know, but I just don't really like I understand it. I just don't really like the traditional mobile structure. So like I like the parts of it that are in Arena. Like, but I don't know if I could handle it in a more structured manner like Conquest, which is why I don't play Conquest.
I like the traditional MOBA structure when it's done in Dota, but that's because there's so many characters that work so strangely with it, or just are focused on weird things like massive map control, you know?
Yeah.
And
I mean-
Smite's much more about, you know, punchy, get in your face action, which doesn't work as well for such huge maps and such long term gameplay,
Yeah.
you know?
I still kind of wish that Smite would add Invoker and Silencer.
Heh!
Invoker even Invoker more so, just because I like the stupidity of going fire, and then it just summons a big meteor.
You like the absurdity of playing Magicka in games that aren't Magicka.
I've never played Magicka, so
Magicka is a classic PC game that made Invoker's magic system, basically.
then yes.
There's 8 different elements, and you mix them to mix up to 5 of them to make different spells.
Yeah. So Smite should do that. Like make it a four-way thing where you can mix four ingredients, and then whenever you do a basic attack, it fires an ability instead for the first time.
I want to go ahead and mention something. The first time I ever played Magicka, I couldn't figure out the controls, and I assumed the controls would be on the movement would be on WASD because every other game does that on PC, right?
Arrows.
Yeah, no. So I was just mashing D D D D D D D. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then the game tells me, press space to activate the spell you've queued up. And I pressed space, and a giant boulder fell out of space and crushed me to death.
Nice.
Yes.
Because by mashing D D D D D D D, I had loaded up 5 spells worth of the element of Earth. And pressing space is the cast spell on self button. So I cast Boulder on myself.
Nice.
Apparently you're not supposed to do that.
I mean, maybe not. Some people are into that, you know.
I swear to God, though, it was just the most surreal thing in my life to just be fiddling with the controls, trying to go like, what the fuck's happening? What the fuck's happening? And I finally press the key the game tells me to. And I just see a fucking rock fall from off screen and kill me. And it was instant death. Like, my character just gets flattened on the pavement. It was amazing. Anyways, back to Smite. What were we saying?
Pink, you were talking about Smite.
I think I was talking about Smite. Yeah, because I stole your week again. So that's all I want to say. I started maining Thor for the first time ever. Didn't understand him all those years ago. Now I think I have a basic understanding. I did learn that his hammer hits harder on its way back, so
Yes.
that's something that I definitely did not know previously. It was kind of wild to watch the hammer come back and immediately kill someone who was at half health, and then to stand there and go, "Oh, so that's how that works."
Yeah, that's probably that's the number one motivator to not teleport is Thor.
Yeah.
I forget, did they remove or just change how whirlwind works? Because
Whirlwind
Thor.
only hits once. It isn't a constant damage AoE now.
Okay.
It's just
Because
one big spinny hit rather than constant fucking death.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because you see, the thing is, like I call a lot of Thor's abilities WoW names because I got introduced to Thor when Smite was like either like near its beta or not out for not out for a while. Um, the one local dude, my one local friend, was really into WoW and tried to get me into WoW, which is why I played WoW. And then
Wow.
he was like, yeah. And then he was like, "Hey, here's Smite. It's like it's a new game, and it's like freaking it's like WoW, but it's Warsong Gulch, but that's the whole game." And he was like, "There's Thor. He's a WoW warrior. There's Thanatos. He's cool." And then I played Thanatos once in Conquest, and it's shit because he didn't actually explain how to play the game. And then the next time I played
Nice.
Smite, it was with you guys.
Ha! Oh man, and Smite Beta was so interesting looking, and by interesting I mean that game was fucking hideous.
Cupid, Beta Cupid.
Yep. He still looks like that though.
Well, yeah.
Ooh.
I really want to look up Beta Hell because I've never seen her. Only in the Avatar art.
I don't know what she looked like either. Oh right, she had the kind of split face, didn't she? She was Two-Face.
Yeah, she was.
I need to look these up. It sounds
Mm.
glorious.
I think
And
it may have been.
Beta Alquang was just straight up cuckoo, wasn't he?
Yes, Beta Aquang was Cuckoo, and Beta Wukong was, I'm forgetting his name. The monkey, or the other monkey, the small monkey.
Yes, Hunbots. Yes, Hunbots was
Yeah,
originally. Yeah. That's so weird they implemented new Mayan gods, but were actually just old gods. So really the new playstyle was for gods you already had.
Yeah. Oh, that is glory. Okay, never mind. I saw weird looking Anubis, but it's not. It's not Beta.
Eh.
Yeah, I can't find Beta Hell. It has been scrubbed thoroughly.
Nonsense. It's the internet. Never. Blah, blah, blah. Nothing is ever scrubbed
No, wait.
forever.
There's one picture of Beta Hell, and I can't tell what's going on. Yeah, copy that. Man, this UI, it sure does look. There's your Beta Hell.
Oh man, that UI is great.
Yeah,
That is a picture. That is definitely a picture.
look at the freaking map.
I kind of like the health bars on the top left-hand side, though. Because you can actually see where everyone's at, which is
Yeah.
something that,
We
as
have
far as
that.
I'm aware, does not exist in
No,
current
we
Smite.
do still have that pink.
We do?
Yeah.
Is it a toggleable option? Because I feel like it.
No, under
Wait,
the
no.
portrait.
You
There's
can
two.
see their. Oh wait, you can see their health and mana.
Yeah, there's two small bars under the portrait for
Yeah,
each.
that's right.
Each
But I
player.
like these fat ones better.
I mean, it is easier to read, but I guess they thought it was too cluttersome.
Also, look at the portraits for those gods.
Yeah.
They're nasty.
Yeah, Beta Raw. Who's stinkier, Beta Raw or Beta Bastet?
Raw looks like a chicken.
Raw is a chicken. I don't know what your issue is.
You think Silent Rose is still online?
Maybe.
Good question.
Oh, Beta Wooden. That's probably Poseidon, but like the only
I
way I can
think
tell
it's Odin because it looks like he has a eye patch
oh,
type thing.
the level 10 player is Odin. The level 14 player, I think, is Poseidon just because the picture is blue, and that's the only way you can discern.
Yeah.
Ah, yep, you're
Like,
probably right.
if it were Zeus, I think it would be like gold, but maybe it is Zeus.
I'm going to open
Yeah.
original. Yeah, and I'm gonna zoom in,
Man,
and it's
Oh,
not gonna be discernible.
I found the second picture. All right, there you go. Second picture. Osiris. Oh, Ymir.
Ooh, the God of War font.
Yes.
Time
Oh,
elapsed 52 minutes and 41 seconds. My God.
the freaking the I like how instead of the like small pop-ups we have now, it's just the freaking level up text from WoW telling you that the enemy players have killed your teammates.
Oh man, that was a time to be alive. Apparently,
Yep.
that is before even like I got exposed to Smite by Sly Fox and Kutra back in the Creatures days.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna type in Smite beta and see what I find. You what?
Forbidden Truths.
Uh
As
okay.
nasty as these are, they definitely look like they were of the times.
Never mind, it makes
If those
sense.
times were 2010, I think Smite came
It's
a couple years
2013, I
later,
think.
so it's not quite with the times.
2013, I think.
Yeah, they were about 3 years off, or
Oh, I
3 years too late.
I found Roy in the freaking the model viewer.
Does he
Look
still
at
look like a turkey?
You will see, but also look at that stinky Humbat. Disguising himself as Wukong.
Oh
Ooh.
my goodness! Oh my, that's you.
See?
That is a God viewer, I guess. It's just pure black background.
Yeah.
They didn't have resources back then.
They could have at least.
It
Resources
wasn't a
didn't-
budget problem. It was simply that resources did not exist.
They couldn't afford to use the color blue for a background instead.
What is this, Odin? Oh boy, Odin. Oh, this is all right. Humbats now has more modern Humbats. So this is a newer version of the beta.
Oh, dude, I started playing Sobek a lot, and he's really fun, but his base damage for standard attacks, it seems to really freaking suck.
Why has Odin got no sleeves in the beta?
I don't know.
When you've got arms like that, are you really gonna wear sleeves?
Odin shouldn't be the Norse god who has arms like that. That's Thor's thing.
This is very true.
Odin's supposed to be the smart one.
I always imagined Odin would be like a much, much smaller Volstagg, but here we have Daddy Thor.
Yeah. The guy who actually looks like he could have fathered Thor. Yeah, that's true. That or Frigga would be fucking huge.
Oh, is that a picture of Humbats? I believe it is. And it is the stinky
Humbot or
Humbats.
Sun Wukong?
They're the same, pink.
Indeed.
Stinky Humbats.
What the heck is that?
Yes.
Boy, they did not know what they were doing yet. Or
No.
well, they knew what they were doing. They just didn't have the money to do it.
Yeah. Oh, is that so back in the? Okay, no, that's a very
I don't
low
think
quality
Sobek existed yet.
No, because up in this top, the God Viewer one with Ra, Sobek's in that lineup.
it's hard to tell which ones are actual like beta pictures sometimes because they're small, and also like there were also betas on Xbox and on PlayStation. So
Wait a
there's like
second, that Odin picture. What is that map, and why are there tickers? Was this like a
Oh,
hybrid between
yeah,
Conquest and Arena?
is that
maybe I
supposed to
don't
be?
know.
It looks like Siege.
It may be. It could be.
Oh, does Siege have the ticks? I don't know. It's been so long since I played it.
Well, it's got the counter before it releases the Siege minion.
Mm-hmm.
I found a very low res picture of like old Hades.
Also, can someone explain to me why the fuck Guan Yu was orange in the beta?
Why not?
He was orange?
Yeah, for some reason.
I think I ran out of actual beta pictures.
Was he like supposed to be a clay warrior?
But he actually lived, so why would they do that?
I don't know.
They didn't know that yet.
They didn't know you. They did not know Guan Yu was a living, breathing being at one point.
When you got the permission to live after. Ah,
Wait,
Guan
so
Yu
he's
used to be
alive then.
fictional, but then we canonized him.
yeah.
We paid a guy to go back in time.
That guy's name? Lu Bu.
Yeah, which is why we made a god out of Guan Yu. What?
Lu Bu died so that Guam made live.
Oh man.
So anyway,
So how are you feeling about Sobek, Pink?
I really freaking love him. It's like Kepri, except he throws people around instead of just grabbing them.
Okay.
Yeah.
it's like Capri, except you can catapult the enemy to your dying teammates, and then they can die.
Here, guys, catch! No, we're almost dead. Take it back.
I mean that's how most Sobeks I play with do.
There was definitely a time where I Gilgamesh somebody into my teammates, and the teammates died immediately. And it was like, oh, that was a bad decision. I guess he wasn't ready.
Do not want. Oh man.
Yeah, Thor and Sobek were the only new gods I played this week. I'm gonna try to start playing other ones that I haven't mastered yet, so I can get that achievement for mastering 100 gods, and then I'll be content until I realize I have to master 150 after that.
You know, I'm also doing that achievement. Only I don't own the God Pass. So
Yeah, so it's a bit hard for you.
that being said, there's only like I don't know, like 9 gods that I haven't mastered at all. And they're people like Artemis, so they don't count.
Yeah.
Fuck you. I love Artemis.
Artemis is good. I like her. I think there was definitely a time where I tried to avoid playing as a base gods because that felt so boring. It's like, oh yeah, you start off with these guys. Why would I want to play as them? Everything else is so new and shiny though, so I should be playing those guys, right? But no, a lot of the base gods are very good, very fun.
I actually think I like all 5 of them, though Thor is definitely the one I have the hardest time with. There was a time where I played nothing but Amir and Raw, even though I had several unlocked gods.
I can say the same for Raw. There was definitely a time where I had a bunch of mages and I was like, nope, I like the Birdman.
And you guys know I had my little, I guess, honeymoon with Guan Yu for a while there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I need to get back to Guan Yu. He's a lot of fun.
he is.
All right. Anything else?
No, pass it off to Addy.
All right. So, what did I? Oh yeah. So I started a playthrough of Judgment, or Judge Eyes, whichever
All
one
right.
you
Judge
prefer.
you.
Yes.
Were they eyes without a face?
Yes. They are also French. Well, I actually played Assassin's Creed Unity.
Oh no.
So Judge Eyes is a game. Like, on one hand, I am sad that Yakuza is now an RPG series because it means that I don't care. But on the other, well, it's a new cast, so I don't care. And also another,
Yeah.
Kiryu's story ended, didn't it?
yeah. And I looked forward to like seeing Majima and shit and stuff like that. But like, I I
It was
didn't
never
like
his series.
but that then also like I could grow attached to some of the new characters, but like this part of Ichiban that I've seen don't interest me. So
He's a massive dork where Kiryu wasn't.
but it's not just that that he's a massive dork. It's just how like it's how they use him being delusional as a freaking thing to justify licensing the Dragon Quest combat mechanic.
Heh.
Like do the change, but at least like have balls.
Ugh.
But yeah, so that and like with Judgment, you can tell that the Ryuga Gotoku team just didn't want to make any more 3D freaking battlers. Like it's people say it's the best game in the Dragon Engine. I disagree. I don't know which one I would say is the best, but like it has all of the issues, and like the only thing it can really say is that it has two styles. Never mind that it's actually one style and like a color change that Crane exists, but Crane is very half baked, if even that. Like, the game was obviously built around the Tiger fighting style, and if you're not using Tiger, you're probably not playing the game wrong or the game right. Yes.
If you're not using Tiger, you're probably not playing the game wrong. That's an interesting bit of
Yeah.
advice. That
Like,
makes
you
it
know,
sound
the-
like
the-
you should be playing the game wrong.
Yeah. But there's also there are some interesting elements to it, like how they have adapted the social links more or less from Persona
Heh.
and stuff like that. But there's also stuff that they adapted from other games, like the tailing missions from Assassin's Creed. And why?
You talked about those last week, and I still am in disgust over that.
Yeah. Like the tailing missions in Assassin's Creed weren't good, but they worked because you could jump from house to house. So you didn't actually have to like interact with the tailing mission. They don't work in Judgment because Yagami can't jump from house to house. Obviously, they're
Well, now he
skyscrapers.
can.
It'd be fun.
Now he
So
can,
now
right?
he can. Yeah, now he can in the new one, in Judge Eyes 2. But like, in Judgment 1, that wasn't an option. So you actually had to like tell people properly, and it was not fun.
I'm
And
actually
that-
reminded of something I want to ask you real quick. Because you reminded me mentioning the ripping off tailing missions from Assassin's Creed. Since Yakuza very suddenly became a big hit in the West after already existing as a franchise for like a decade, how long do you think before Westerners are going to start ripping off Yakuza?
Good question.
Because you can tell there's always like a 2-year period where the people who jump on the trend spend 2 years making a game, and then suddenly Ubisoft announces a new game, and it is suspiciously like Yakuza but with towers, right?
Yeah, I feel like in this case though they will see that the best selling game in the series is 7, which is Dragon Quest, and everyone will just make Dragon Quest again. Because
I'm trying to look on the bright side here, motherfucker. Okay? God damn it!
seven
Always
suppressed
fucking
the
doom and
sales of
gloom.
Hero.
Always fucking doom and gloom when it comes to your favorite franchises. I swear. I am trying to look on the bright side here, man. Jesus, goddamn.
There is no bright side.
Not for your franchises. I swear to God, I need to get you to play the Witcher games more so you can fucking kill. No, wait, you played Witcher 3 and then Cyberpunk
Yes.
came out and it was shit. Oh
Yes.
my God, you actually kill every franchise.
Oh
not play-
man!
Do not play Total War. Do not play Total War
Yes.
Warhammer, motherfucker.
Not Warhammer. The freaking the normal franchise has a timer on it though, because I have played Shogun.
You've played.
Dun, dun,
You have
dun.
played. But the Total War Shogun franchise is pretty well already over.
All right.
They don't need to
You're
make a
safe
Shogun
now.
3 because Shogun 2 was so good. You may have cursed Nippon in Total War Warhammer though. You might have, motherfucker.
We'll see.
You may have denied me my Warhammer Samurai. I will never
Yeah.
forgive you.
But now that you say it, I am also a big fan of Fatal Frame. Look where it is now. Pachinko.
Pachinko. Oh man. Oh, I saw that and I was like, God damn it! I thought things had changed.
The more things change, the more they say the same.
And
Yeah.
yet the future refused to change.
Yeah. Shit. So yeah, where was I? Right. There's also some residual shit from the Yakuza games that got into Judgment that it shouldn't have, like the chase missions. Chasing has
What?
always been the worst part of Yakuza.
I have never played any of those missions. What the hell?
So chase missions were a thing between it's either 3 or 4 that it started in, which is why I wouldn't have played them. But there were these parts of the game where someone would steal something from Kiryu or something like that, and then Kiryu would run after them, and you had varying amounts of control over these missions, but it was usually just the character is running on a predetermined path, and you have a minimal amount of control over them, where you dodge the obstacles and do QTEs to get closer to the person you're trying to catch, and then you press the button to catch them when you're close enough.
See, those were cool in Sleeping Dogs, and no one else has really done it that way.
I don't remember the ones is Sleeping Dogs. Well, I remember there being points where you would have to chase people, but that was just normal control like you would have in the open world.
You know what? Actually, come to think of it, we've already had 2 Western Yakuza games. Their names were
Yeah.
Bully and Sleeping Dogs.
I mean, I don't remember the freaking how the shit came out. So we might want to call Bully Shenmue instead.
Ha! Bully's melee combat was pretty much the exact same as it was in Sleeping Dogs. Like, suspiciously such. I think I've talked about this before, but, like, they're, like... Sleeping Dogs, if memory serves, has a lot of the exact same combos that Bully does. Both the exact same in terms of inputs and appearance. Anyways, so, Judgment.
Judgment. I'm in the middle of the story, and I just don't care. I mean, I cared the first time I played through the game, but I know what happens.
Ha! It's not one of those stories that ages well, huh?
Well, I mean, it ages well. It's just that none of the characters really grab at you all that well. There's some good moments for Yagami. There's good moments with side mission characters. The main story is mostly a whodunit murder mystery, and none of the characters actually get a lot of interesting character. Like the people who get the most development are Yagami, obviously, and the antagonists. There's also some there are recurring characters who help Yagami, but there is side plots with them, but I haven't played Judgment until the last Judgment trailer came out. I saw Sugiura and I was like, hey, yeah, that's the guy in the mask. He was my favorite character in the game, by the way.
Okay.
So, when your favorite you don't know what the hell your favorite character's name is, probably forgettable a bit.
Just a bit, you know.
But yeah, so the story, it's a good story. It's serviceable. There's good parts to it, and the fight scenes are great from what I remember. Like I specifically remember that the final boss fight is straight up ripped out of a Jackie Chan movie, which I appreciated. So there's good parts to it. It's just that I've seen it, and so there's no real tension because they're like I know most of the beats, and without that, like the characters don't really get to act in particularly interesting ways. Like I do remember one scene that I think I actually still have on my OneDrive because well, not my OneDrive, my Google Drive. Like that makes a difference. Whatever.
Yeah.
Where they had a bit of fun with the translation, I think. Because there's this scene near the end of the game where it's just Yagami Kaito, who is his bodyguard, basically. Bodyguard and second-hand man, and Sugiura is standing in a circle because all of the Tojo clan people, from what I remember, are surrounding them. And Kaito just says, "They're going to come on us." Wait, I mean, for us. In the middle of this serious battle scene. Like that's some Yakuza character development. I appreciated that. Like that scene to me, that scene to me is in the same way as like freaking as oh, I wanted to say his name real quick. Saejima suplexing people dressed as Santa.
I need to play Yakuza 4.
No, that's Yakuza 5.
I need to play Yakuza 5.
Yes, I have. Oh wait, no, I actually need to play through Yakuza 5 again just to record that because I recorded it so I could post it on freaking on Christmas, and then my things got deleted.
They do sell 3, 4, and 5 in a collection, don't they, on PlayStation?
Yes.
Okay, I need to get that at some point.
It's
I need to go
on
back
sale.
and finish Zero. I need to focus on doing the story in Zero.
It's on sale right now as well.
Oh shit, okay. But yeah, I need to go back and finish Zero. I need to do with Zero what I did with Red Dead Redemption 2. Red Dead Redemption 2 was another game where I wound up making no progress because I got so sidetracked by all the side activities, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I just need to do that.
3 is pretty rough. Going from like 0 and Kiwami 2 to 3 is pretty rough. But after that, like 4 is probably the best game in the series. And well, 4 or 5 are probably the best games in the series. And really, the small things decide which one you will like better, I think. Or at least that's how it is for me. And then 6 okay. 6 is okay.
Yeah,
but yeah, so Judgment. There is one part to it that I guess that I need to really point out, which is Judgment has the most. I want to say it has the most minigames, but that's not true. That's probably 0. But Judgment has the most gambling minigames.
Oh, fun!
Hey, nice in it. Yeah. And like in true Yakuza fashion, to actually be able to 100 everything, which I'm trying to do for some reason, which is probably why I don't want to play the game anymore. But to get 100% of freaking Judgment, you need to do good at gambling. And because of that, I have found out that blackjack is actually just 21. And I know how to play blackjack because of that.
Yeah.
I tried out, I think, all of the different gambling minigames that there are.
How does the mic technique work in poker?
Oh, I didn't try that because I know how to play poker. Well, I don't know how to play poker. I don't know how to play poker. I know enough about poker to be able to play if the game explains what hands are.
Yeah, that. Well, yeah, congrats.
But once you like, the only things that really like I have an issue with is just like freaking flushes and then straights.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't. I was able to eventually make sense of it when I sat down with Red Dead 2 and read over its fucking encyclopedia of poker hands. But I've forgotten that all by now.
Well, straight is when there's overall five cars in a freaking escalating manner, I guess, in their value. And a
Yeah.
flush, I have no fucking clue what makes a flush and what makes a royal flush.
Well,
I've tried.
There's some way that you can do it that like it hits the numbers and the suits.
Oh yeah. A flush is when it's the highest word number starting from 10, so it's 10, Jack, Queen, King, and Ace.
Yeah, and it's a
Royal
royal
flush is
flush
when
like if they're all of the same suit too, right?
yeah
Or is that
yeah
full
yeah
house? Fuck, I can't remember. Whatever.
I never played cards.
yeah.
My
Yeah,
parents tried to teach me once, and I was like, none of this makes any sense. This game was made by aliens.
The W has been trying to learn how to play poker since I've made fun of him and Mike for not knowing how to.
Since before that, but yes, that is one of my proudest moments on my channel, and I'm glad that we're gonna be seeing that in the year-end compilation. that whole moment, I just fucking just hearing Mike go, "Oh shit," and like going in so arrogantly with his strategy, and then just get deflated.
Here's the thing, W. In that round where he did the method, you would have won that round.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
Because you had a pair. You had a pair of threes in hand. So depending on what the table gets, you could have gotten even a three of a kind. And that would have yeah.
I was trying to avoid because I knew Mike was just going to go all in every time. I was just trying to avoid either one of us busting out or both of us busting out. But yeah, if I actually paid attention to the cards and knew some of the hands, yeah, I probably could have won several of those.
But yeah, somehow, in some strange way, the most fun I've had with Judgment was just amassing a shit ton of money in Dice and Cube, which is it's one person Mario Party. And then
miserable.
And then going over to the Dragon's Palace, which is one of the casinos, and just thinking about, hey, wouldn't it be funny to sit down with the boys and just be like, hey, this is what poker is. I only know like half of it, but hey.
Yeah.
Like just do a video where I waste like 10 million yen more.
Okay, I got a question.
Fake money. Yeah.
Do they do like Red Dead and allow you to buy back in every time you bust out, so you just keep dumping loads of money into one poker game?
Well, no, but that's because there's like you don't have a personal pot. Your personal pot is your pockets. So the game
you just
goes.
bet all your money. Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds rational.
So yeah, the time when you bust out is when you lose all of your money. I've also tried mahjong. No.
Yeah.
No.
That fucking quest you start as Majima in Yakuza 0 where you go to play Mahjong with the old man and it's like, beat the old man at Mahjong. No, pass.
Here's the thing. They even have an item in the game where if you use it, then it gives you a winning Mahjong hand. Like, actually, I think it's the best Mahjong, the best hand you can get in Mahjong. It's 10,000 experience points. You get like 30 for beating a group of people up, or 150 for doing a story mission. Just so you know, 10,000 experience points, and it's a one use item.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So that's my reason for not doing the mahjong. Like, that's my reason for probably quitting the game, because I need to play mahjong to be able to befriend a person, but I won't play mahjong. And there's also Hanafunda card games, which are freaking Oicho Kabu and Koi Koi. I have no clue how Oicho Kabu is played. I've tried. Koi Koi is just colors. Which now that I think about it, I don't actually know if that's a card game over there. But colors is literally just the card game over here where both players get a hand. you put down one card, and then you put uh, cards of the same suit on it, so that you can get points later. Now, Koi Koi is a bit more complicated than that, in that you're actually like trying to make hands with it, because you make suits based on what sort of artwork is on the card.
I don't understand, but let's keep going anyways.
It's easier to understand when there's visual representations too, because like I can tell you,
let's just go.
Yeah. So that's judgment. Basically, the only reason I may not be uninstalling it like tomorrow is if we freaking do a gambling stream.
Yeah.
No, we all gotta gamble in different games.
Yes.
I start Red Dead 2, I start gambling in that. You gamble in that. Pink, what's a game you enjoy that has gambling in it?
New Vegas.
New Vegas, alright. Yeah, we all gamble and see how well we compare the pokers.
Yeah. We're playing against each other through the different games.
We could, because we're playing from different decks, we could all have the exact same hand.
Yes.
Who wins?
We call that a draw, and the pots get split evenly between all of the players.
That would take so much math.
Yes, it would. So that. What else have I done? Well, obviously played a lot of Ratchet and Clank with Pink, and I guess I'll use that to lead into another thing. So during the Ratchet and Clank playthrough, Pink and I came up with the idea for merch. And let me see if I can freaking find it. There it is. So I actually made a concept art for said merch. Because what?
Yes.
So turns out I said to freaking never give up John Cena shirt. I was thinking of Rise Above Hate, but but anyway,
Wait, what's the opposite for Rise Above Hate? Drop below hate?
Drop below love.
Drop below love. Love, as we all know, is for the weak.
Yeah. But yeah, so I did make this merch concept that will never actually become anything. But hey, considering it's a relatively easy design, I could actually like genuinely probably get this made. We have no reason to make it, but it could be. I mean, it would be funny though to make 3 shirts like this and then send them out to y'all.
Yeah.
And Nubia doesn't get the joke, and he won't until
I'm
like
fine with
freaking I don't
that.
know mid-July.
I think I get the gist of it, honestly.
Yeah. So that. Also, this is actually something that I did the last week, but I forgot about it. I think. Ariju Zenyatta. Again. I tried.
Alright.
Very nice.
Leg looks like shit, but I ain't looking up Zenyatta legs. I'm not. Like, okay, actually. But the legs are fine. It's the feet, which is the issue. You see, there's a lot of things that I don't look up like reference material for, because the way I would get them is things like Zenyatta feet. And no, I know the internet.
Oh no.
Like,
Oh yeah, you'd be making a big gamble if you Google up anything feet. So yeah.
Yeah, and even if I
That's
didn't know the internet, apparently Google thinks that I'm such a fucking degenerate that if I'm looking up reference images of Alex fucking hell, of James Sunderland, I want pictures of sexy James Sunderland.
But why?
I don't know. I don't know why that exists.
There are certain theories
Alex?
that say that there. I love how you. I already started providing the explanation before you turned to me. So there are certain theories that James is Pyramid Head, and I don't know if you've noticed, but Pyramid Head's real fucking ripped.
Yeah.
So it's probably a basis off of that. It also may be partially just made explicitly for ironic purposes, because James is like the least manly man hero ever, you know?
Yeah.
That's kind of his thing.
And then as the last thing, I made this.
Ooh!
It's
A
Xanta.
GIF!
Yes.
That looks amazing, actually.
Yes. I love it.
I love it!
The Red Panda turned out great.
Yeah.
It
All
looks
of it
so
turned
good.
out great. All of it turned out great.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like the hands on Xanta are a bit too big, but
But it fits. It works.
at some point I'm just gonna stop bothering and just call it my art style.
Yeah.
Eh,
That's what all the greats do. It's not wrong. It's
Don't
my
be a-
style.
don't be a coward like Rob Liefeld and change when people criticize you.
Yeah.
I love that Rob Liefeld did finally fix it, like a lot of his drawing problems 20 years after his art was actually relevant.
Yeah. You know the thing, the best part of this for me is that I spent like, I don't know, an hour maybe making this. So in theory, I could draw something comparative to this if we were to ever do another freaking recorded drawing thing.
Oh, nice.
Well, okay, the animation took a bit of time because
Yeah, I was about to say, that don't seem
And
easy.
it didn't take too long because I just drew the tree of well, okay. So since we can copyright, we can't call them Rocket Raccoon and Groot, and it's also a red panda.
Yeah.
This is Pocket Panda and Root.
I like the idea that we're scared Marvel's gonna come for us.
Yeah.
It's not Marvel you have to fear. It's the one above all.
Yeah.
Disney.
Yeah.
Disney will know. And they will find us.
They will come to our house and they will break Pink's freaking kneecaps again.
They've already been broken several times now.
But yeah, this was my first time actually trying to animate anything, and thankfully, the program I got for free with my freaking drawing tablet has animation capabilities, so it held my hand.
Hey.
Nice.
Now I did make the freaking the mistake of figuring that, hey, I can probably speed up the animation while exporting or something. No, because this is just 3 frames of animation. Turns out if I want faster animation, I need to actually like draw the animation. Like I need to actually, make 20 drawings.
Yeah.
And then yeah. But the way I actually made it easier on me and more time efficient is I drew the still parts once separately from the animation, and then I just made the face separately as an animation.
Yeah, that's smart.
And it turned out okay. I don't really know what to criticize aside from Xanta's legs.
Yeah.
I guess there is one part where the pumpkin doesn't connect with itself. That you won't notice.
Yeah,
Looks
I'm looking
great
at
to
it and I
me.
don't notice.
Like on the very tippy top, there is, I don't know, like a very small sliver where there is no. That's the only drawing error there is in this that I know of. Did I do anything else? I don't think I did.
All right. Let's see. What have I done? Well, I reinstalled Mortal Kombat X. That game actually feels better than I remember, but I was playing with characters that I actually like Melina and Jason. I haven't been playing characters that I don't like, and it's probably a different scenario there, unsurprisingly.
Hmm.
And let's see. That's just about what I've got to say about that on PlayStation. On Steam, let's see the actual games I've been playing on Steam. Because I have been very, very busy this week wrapping up the last of my schoolwork, so I've really only put time into, let's see. I guess really the only notable thing I did was there's some units from Total War Warhammer 1 that look a bit rough in Total War Warhammer 2. And I always assumed that that Crave Assembly just fucked up while porting them, and like the textures somehow got down-resed. What I mean is specifically, the units don't look bad, but there are some specific textures that look kind of that look a bit bad. Like there's one particular orc body that looks just weird because he's wearing like a sleeveless shirt, but the sleeveless shirt is chainmail and it also doesn't look quite right. There's some metal textures on some big artillery pieces that are just garbled. I was like, oh well, clearly they fucked that up, right? Clearly that didn't look that bad in Warhammer 1. So I installed Warhammer 1. I've owned Warhammer 1 for fucking years now, but never actually installed it because why the fuck would I, right?
Yeah.
That's like installing that. It's like having like I guess it's like having Ultra Street Fighter 4 and being like, all right, time to play Street Fighter 4 Vanilla.
Yeah.
So I installed Warhammer 1 to just because I was really curious. And no, actually, those textures looked just as bad, sometimes worse in Warhammer 1. Because for one thing, the lighting system was interesting in Warhammer 1. Thankfully, we're not talking Fallout 3 piss filter here, but we are definitely talking everyone looks sickly. The majority of the units look like they are about to throw up.
That's not good.
And the lighting system handles reflections on metal really strangely. Let me actually pull up some examples for you guys, just because I pulled these examples up for Soon yesterday. So, okay. These are the exact same graphic settings in both games. Warhammer 1 version of Empire Knights. Warhammer 2 version of Empire Knights. Like, what the fuck is going on with the metal in Warhammer 1?
Yeah.
I don't know about their T-posing.
Yeah? It does kind of look like they're T-posing, yeah. Also, like I said, everything looks a little sickly, doesn't it?
Just a little bit.
I don't know. To me, it looks like freaking Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, kind of, but like, it kind of looks like the later parts of Return of the King when they're actually having the battles at Osgiliath. Or not Osgiliath. Osgiliath is the bridge, right. Actually, Warhammer 2 looks like Osgiliath. It looks like the later battles at Minas Tirith that are in the field. Yeah. But, like, their things are a little different because there's massive sun glare, so it just makes it look like, for whatever reason, Minas Tirith is in the fucking Mojave Desert. They want everything to look gold in Return of the King, which I don't blame them. I actually kind of like... I actually... One of the things I do really like about Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings trilogy... I make this sound like I don't like Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings trilogy. I fucking love Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings trilogy. But either which way, one of the things I really love about Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings trilogy, how many times can I say that, are how there seems to be a color theme to each of the movies. Did you guys notice that in your own watches of Lord of the Rings?
No, and I also would have been a bit too young to notice it anyway, because I was a dumb kid.
Oh, you need to watch Lord of the Rings again. It's got a lot more value as an adult, which is saying
something. I do. I really do. Especially because I still haven't seen the last one, which grates my nerves just a little bit. Have I not mentioned this before?
No!
Oh, man! So, I swear I talked about this once before, but as a kid, I really loved the Lord of the Rings films. I saw the first one because my parents owned it on DVD. I saw the second one in theaters. Now, I did not see the third one. I believe my parents they either saw it in theaters or they rented it from like Blockbuster or something because this was ancient times. And they watched it. Either way they did it. They watched it without me, and I to this day have never seen the finale. So I was a sad child. I was just a tad distraught.
I'm
Oh
forgetting. Is the
man,
third one not Return of the King?
Return of the King, yes.
Yes,
Oh man, like, oh, they're all fantastic movies, and I feel like you'd be missing out on great stuff if you're missing any of them. But like, a lot of my favorite things are in Return of the King. Like, I'm a sucker for grand finales, right? Avengers Endgame is a very
absolutely.
Avengers Endgame is a very flawed movie, but I still adore it.
Yeah.
Revenge of the King, yes, Revenge of the King. Return of the King doesn't have flaws like Avengers Endgame because, you know, it's actually written by J.R.R. Tolkien. There is one problem people have with it that I don't really care about. But it's very much got that Avengers Endgame thing of, like, the spectacle is at max amount. And,
I'm gonna say something very controversial.
what's that?
I enjoyed the Lord of the Rings games more than I did the movies.
Oh, you've said that before, actually.
Yeah.
Those games were actually really good at imitating the spectacle, I think.
Those games were very good adaptations, which is why I probably enjoyed them better than I did the movies. Because the reason I don't watch movies, I don't like movies as much, is because of the lack of interactivity, I guess. So I don't know why I prefer video games to movies when I interact with both for the same reason of the narrative. So,
Eh.
but like I
Yeah,
don't know.
that is the thing that's kind of weird about movies, because video games and books, so much of it is in the mind of the consumer, but movies, you know, most movies don't leave much to the imagination. Most movies, you know, you get what you see on the surface, right?
Yeah.
There are exceptions, certainly. There's a lot of directors who do like to leave stuff to interpretation or, like, leave you wondering. But yeah, I very distinctly. I don't think I ever actually bought any of the Lord of the Rings games, but I very distinctly remember the demo for Return of the King, where you play as Gandalf on the walls of Minas Tirith,
Oh
fending
yeah,
off
yeah,
the
yeah.
orc. That was so good. That was so
I
fucking
still I
good.
still have Return of the King.
Ooh,
It is a it was a very good game. I also used to own the Two Towers. The Two Towers, like it wasn't a bad game. It was a very hard game, and
yes.
so was Return of the King. So was Return of the King. Return of the King has a level that is on those freaking on those fields near Minas Tirith, where they spawn in mammoths, and there's like a very obscure way to kill the mammoths. And I like uh the same friend who got made me play WoW. He was really into we were into of the wings. Fuck, I can't even do the
The
do the
Lord
joke.
of the
Right?
Wings.
Yeah.
It's just a drunk guy at a BW3s.
But yeah, so he was also really into Lord of the Rings, which is why I got the games and then watched the movies after I liked the games. And then he took me to watch The Hobbit, and we never watched a movie ever again together.
And you stop being friends.
Well,
I don't blame you. The Hobbit sucked.
we
It
actually did
did.
stop being we actually did stop being friends, but that's less because of The Hobbit and more because he got a wife that beats him. It's
Oh,
sad. Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah,
That
it
was a
sucks.
down note.
Yeah. The thing is, he's too like he
You
has too
should
much
show his
pride.
wife The Hobbit.
Maybe then she'll stop.
Yeah.
We try like we've tried reaching out again and like helping him, but he has too much pride, and
Yeah, it's a
we
hell
don't
of a
have a really
thing.
good way to do it.
There are some things that, like, you have. There are some things that only the person themselves can solve, you know?
Yeah,
Like, it's just simply not your right. You know, you can advise them by all means, but, like, it's not your space to move, you know?
yeah. Which is which is the space we've been stuck in for the past, I don't know, like 3 or 4 years. So it sucks, but oh well. I mean, like I feel for him, but at the same time, I can't really do anything about it. And the last time we tried to help him, he there was there was an incident, and he doesn't talk with us anymore.
Oh.
Well, it's nothing that we did. It was literally just he just started calling my sister a whore, among
Oh.
other things, and so
So-
yeah,
Sounds like the years have been kind to him.
yep. But anyway, so
What a swell guy.
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
Hobbit.
when I was-
Ooh.
But I was going with all that is that we spent like a whole month, if not more, with him trying to beat that one level in the Return of the King. And like, I was a small dumb child. I was like, I don't know, 11, 13, something around there. He was 25. Well, actually, no, I don't think he was 25. He would have been 14 when I met him, and I met him when I was 6. So
Oh, okay.
yeah. I don't do maths. Whatever, let's move on.
You can tell that he's European because he calls it maths.
So some Britishness stuck on me, aside from the slang that I took on my own.
Alright, what else did I do? I guess I didn't really do anything else that's worth talking about. I think I talked last week about how the vaccine kicked my ass, right?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, that was something. And just earlier this morning, went out for the first time. It was pretty crazy. After the vaccine, went for a walk in a mall at 8:30 in the morning. So there's a mall around here that allows you to walk around like for an hour and a half or maybe 2 hours before they open. And it was weird. Like, Pink's probably not gonna be able to sympathize because he's mostly still been out there. But like after a year, it's, you walk around for that hour and you feel it coming back, and you're like, oh, this is what it felt like.
Pink can sympathize because he's been out there. I can sympathize because I've never been out there.
Oh man.
The only reason I ever went to the local mall is to freaking top up my debit card,
Ha!
and that stopped being a thing.
It always cracks me up, those fucking kids' credit card things. Alright, so that's the extent of what I did this week. Not very exciting, but hey, I finally got, like, pretty well the last of my schoolwork done. I've got 2 tests coming up this week, but one's gonna be piss easy, and the other one's just gonna need me to look up a lot of stuff in the textbook. Oh joy, open book textbooks. They're not much fun, but it's an easy A.
Yeah.
Alright. And I believe we could call that a podcast. We'll see you later. Oh, God, Andy, say bye. Hey, Mike's online. I'm gonna
Why?
go harass him.
Bye.
Oh, okay, now I need to actually cut the podcast. God damn it.